Damn it! Another red deck. Like, if you can call it red. I mean,
This one is a little different. A little different than
it
red,
runs all the red
still,
staples.
Yeah, it
right?
does.
Yeah. So,
I mean, the Vegeta staple was for that deck initially.
It's true.
Yeah,
that was the.
It's frustrating. I'm just tired of.
I mean, they're just gonna ban it. Like, let's be honest. How long do you think we get? Like, we get like one season of that deck. Like
6 months tops.
Yeah, I mean that's just bad.
It's honestly it's that 5-drop that's a little nutty. The one with barrier that fishes out all these guys that activate battle speed, and then you just get like a, all of a sudden mid combat you evolve into a 25k triple strike that you can't do anything about, and you're like, unless like you have the charismatic live, but green is not a color that is playable at the current moment. Well, I wouldn't say playable, but you get what I'm saying. Yeah, the game seems to be devolving into just ridiculous, overpowered, cheap things, I guess. Yeah.
Played Turtle School, won locals this last weekend. Barely, but I got it.
Nice.
Turtle
I love
School's
it.
fun as fuck.
It is. Yeah. It's weird. It's
sure
a different game style. Like, I love being able to just, oh, look, I don't need this card right now. Or, oh, I'm about to play this card right now.
Yeah, exactly.
For free. It's been pretty interesting. I've tried 2 different builds. The current build that I have right now is working for me. So, Turtle School is pretty fun.
Cooler Mill's been feeling fantastic with that killed U7 with that Android 18 negate. Both decks feel really, really good right now.
Disgusting.
I have to play more though. I can't say how good they stand up to everything else yet, but so far they feel very, very good to play. So the anniversary stuff looks and feels good to play. I'll say that for sure.
But
we'll see how they support my boy Turles in set 19.
Was there a Turles? There was no. I don't think I saw a Turles like preview card for set 2.
There was a picture of him doing some.
There was a picture of him.
Yeah.
Was it yellow?
Nope.
I'm going back right now to look at my screenshots.
It was green.
Shout out to them throwing fucking Lucifer in it or whatever the fuck from the
Princess movie.
The Princess movie. There you go. That's why I was looking like everyone. Who the fuck's that? And me in the back of my head, it was just like, oh my god, they remember who that is. I'm like, I guess they remember Devilman in that one. Like, fuck, was that set 9 with the boost stuff?
Yeah.
Man, green Broly BR support. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, it looks like Golden Frieza. Looks like Emperor Pilaf, maybe the red General Tao. Maybe they're reprinting the old General Tao that they banned. Black Broly, Dr. Rio, Metacooler, Garlic Jr., Haruta Garn, Bojack.
This is a movie set. This is entirely just movies.
Yeah, it's a movie set.
Yeah. Beerus, red yellow Beerus. Lol. Cooler, red blue Cooler. Bio Broly.
Yep, there was that Bio Broly, that weird one.
Red Ribbon, red Broly, Android 13. Blue Janemba, green Broly BR. Looks like yellow Slug and green Turles, yeah. Although some of these they just look like reprints. Especially the Turles.
We'll see what happens.
It's a cooler because it's a red blue cooler.
I mean that leader honestly just needs a reboot.
The cooler leader?
Yeah.
I'm afraid if that got a reboot, that thing would be tier 0. I mean that's so much.
It can go to tier 0. Let's have it go to tier 0.
Actually, what were the Z leaders for that? There was a screenshot of all the Z leads.
Oh, I missed that screenshot.
Yeah. See if I.
Dude, if it's a cooler Z leader, my body is ready.
I don't think red cooler needs any help. I don't think red anything needs any help right now. It's starting to feel like the black format from the last block, where it's just like
red
Broly color is just absolutely donking on everybody else, and
green Gogeta, Broly, Piccolo, Lord Slug, all the leaders for this set are getting a Z lead.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
I'm sure they're gonna leave. I'm sure they're gonna leave the legacy Z leaders to promo packs and other things like that. Not maybe probably my guess is probably not in the base sets, but in like the special stuff, right? So
It could be. It could be something where.
What's that?
No, I was gonna say with the whole legacy thing, it could be something where it's like a leader that works for both, like how we had this set with Pycon, where it was just like blue Pycon, just generic, or the promo Goku, or is blue Goku if you have 7 or more energy.
Yeah, I'm more in favor of the generic stuff. It encourages deck building as opposed to this linear idea of like you can only play this archetype or you can only play this archetype. And archetypes are great, but then you see them get overpowered like Gamma or like SS4, Gogeta, or any or Black Gogeta or whatever, Red Sin, and the list goes on, right? Dark Broly, which had to be neutered into the ground. I missed that deck though. That was a fun deck to play.
I hated facing that deck. My buddy built that right away, and it was torture.
Dark Broly has a really good Trunks matchup.
Like Trunks,
Yellow Trunks gets destroyed.
Yeah, what happened to that deck, huh? Talk about power creep. That deck got crept right out.
I wouldn't. I mean, it's topped. It's the only yellow deck that's topped.
Yeah, that's about it.
I'm surprised it was that.
And let's be real. If that deck didn't have Cooler, then that deck wouldn't even be meta in the first place. Yeah, so that's like a huge design flaw for Bandai to fix. It's like Yellow's identity is Cooler counter, and otherwise Yellow just cannot sustain itself because the cards just can't do enough. Right? If you take Cooler out of the meta, the Trunks Cheetah deck would not be a thing. Right? It just doesn't have the bite. But with the SCR and Double Strike Kai and Cooler, you can win a couple games. So red, hate it.
I will say this though: Green Cooler Unison still feels. It still feels.
Daniel and I were just talking about that deck, wanting to build that with the new TP Goku, the 15k crit that makes you discard a card. That card is fucking cracked.
I'm down. You want to do it? Let's do it. Let's do it.
Just like
do it.
I think so. Yeah, Dalby had a really fine-tuned Green Cooler Unison list going out of Ultimate Squad, but ultimately it just fell short a couple times in certain matchups, and so it just kind of needed that extra push. And I think that this 5-drop Goku that could go into Zamasu could be the ultimate end all for that deck.
I'm totally down, dude. I mean, I already top with it once. Let's do it again.
Yeah. What is it called? The Dredge Q support. You wanna
tried it?
I like that. I like the Dredge Q support. I had a good Dredge Q already.
You didn't like it?
Might have sucked. It's entirely possible, but I took it to locals on Friday night, and for 4 hours before locals, and I just got shit on by everything under the sun. It was just the randomest crap would beat me. I would just my mills would be bad, or just I'd have no hand or something. And I initially thought that Z battle card was a free rejuvenate too, but it costs 2 to do, and I was like, oh no.
Yeah,
it's so expensive.
It's 3 energy to get the board wipe.
Yeah.
Before we go any further, I'm going to keep most of that in because we're already talking about the state of the meta. That is something I want to bring up today. But welcome everyone to Team Talk number 4. We are here to talk about, as you heard before, the state of the meta and what we've been seeing going on. I know we've had a couple regionals, EU. We've seen the fucking Raditz win. That's already something that I don't know what's going on, but it was best of one. That might be part of it. But we're going to be talking about that. There is a new ruling clarification that Fashbinder put in regarding to the Z deck, and Yeah, it's just gonna be a little shorter chat again today. Nothing crazy with reveals. I know we got the red leader. I don't think we got any more red battle cards for set 19, right? Once we get all of them, like a majority, that'll probably be our next week. Hopefully, if they're gonna do it, or they're just gonna show one card, show 2 anniversary cards, then have no clue what the hell they're gonna do next. Bandai, they keep you on your toes. But going on with the whole, I guess we get the ruling thing out of the way because that's the quickest one. So everyone was under the ruling was that any restriction in your deck saying you can have a certain X amount of costs, like say Mil Nimba, where you can only have cards 4 or less in your deck, that would also apply to your Z deck. Now we got clarification that that's not the case. Your Z deck is not restricted by your leader's restriction. It's whatever the hell you want. So what are we feeling on that? Is it actually going to change any decks? Is it going to do anything? I see Josh over there looking.
I was just thinking Prison Frieza with the rush attack and the Gokus.
Mm-hmm. that is true. That's the only one that's
Oh.
restricted the other way, where you can't have low cost shit.
Oh.
Oh no!
I have
but,
evil
like-
ideas.
There
But
was
like, you
there
still
was
got
nothing.
a combo, right? You still gotta like.
But Prison Frieza
Yes.
already combos though, so that's what I mean. Like you don't have both.
That's the problem. It combos with Cabba's Awakening, because the main, like, kind of, if you want to go anything aggro-ish in that deck, is you turn 3 just play that 6-drop Broly where you have the extra cards in the drop area. That's the only early play.
Different build.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's gonna be because you gotta also combo 0/5s that are 4 or more. Like, you're just gonna stack your deck with those kind of cards that are just gonna be combo fodder.
Yeah.
Oh, doesn't the I gotta look up the
Because the super combo doesn't even go into your drop area. It gets removed from the game. Like,
yeah, but that's what Z Energy does.
Yeah, can't you just use Infernal Villainy cells and the Goku GTs that draw on combos? So you're just using your energy to combo 10Ks and keep your hand size up. That could be one way to do it. It's that's a huge control aspect, but I could see that possibly working. It's just energy it's energy dependent. But that could maybe do it. And then those 2 drops are pretty gnarly.
Yeah, no, the Z cards are nasty. The thing is, like, ultimately, stuff that had these restrictions, you don't want to, obviously it's gonna be cool in Mil Nimba and Prison Frieza, but like the way my mind's going is those decks that have restrictions, like colored restrictions, are gonna benefit the most, right? So like my mind right away went to Vegex and went right to what do you call it? Hatch, right? Like these are decks where if you because then they changed the rulings and stuff, so you could run like red black battle cards in them, right? The red black multicolors.
Those have to do with playing the cards, though.
Was it?
It's not a deck building restriction. It's a playing the card restriction.
Was it? Okay, then never mind. Okay, so then never mind. Okay, then never mind. I take that back. I'll I'll eat my words. But another one that does
starter deck. There you go. You can put non Saiyans. Crazy. Ooh.
Sure. But no, red extra card Broly. That one can also run the rush attacks now. Can run Defender of Life. Can use types of. So like.
Could it not before?
You can only include Broly cards for battle cards.
Only Broly battle cards.
I don't think. I think that one's an include, because we got to preface that it's the ones that say include, because if it says you can't play those cards, you still can't play them. It's It's all.
I don't think that one matters for the Broly. Like you already it helps, but like I think that deck is it's not like it's gonna matter a lot, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. It's an interesting rules change. I don't know if it necessarily needed to change, but I mean, I guess I'm for it.
Options.
Opens up the building.
I'm happy for any extra options. That's what I want in the game. I want you to have as much freedom with what you're doing with your decks. Obviously, it can get out of hand sometimes, but that's what the fucking ban hammers and all that's for. But
here's one that actually just sprang to mind. If the deck was ever viable, never Grand Priest. because it's actually multicolored. It can literally run every
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 Z
Z
card.
battle card because it's like it is a true rainbow deck. But it's just like just
One of my locals is gonna be happy about that. Actually, I'll have to mention.
yeah, it's good for him.
And what was the second ruling? It was
that Z leaders can now be affected by things like that 9-drop Broly we were talking about. So now Z leaders do not have the same protection as leaders. They can be put in the drop area.
yeah,
So
I think
so
that's great.
especially something like fucking Vegito, where it's like the entire deck is having that Z leader there too. It's just like, okay, yeah, and you're going back to that side. You better have pack 2. Have fun. But
Is there anything else that makes it like is Brawly the only cards that matter? It's the black Brawly and the yellow Brawly, right? Those are the only
Yellow.
two.
I think
Is there a
so.
black Broly that does the same thing?
I thought the new Z leader did it. Did it not?
that I'm
I
not
thought the
sure.
new Z leader says like destroy any permanent or what's the text? I don't even remember. That's the worst part is now you can't like once cards are revealed, you have to go back in time to try to find exactly how they're worded.
Yeah, right. I
Yeah.
think cards like hit affected as well, right? Because or can
See, I
you
don't
not?
think so.
Well,
I don't
that.
think so because
No.
it says flip to the front, and then now that leader doesn't have a front.
Exactly.
Oh, okay, sure.
So hits.
So it will, I would assume it fails. I'll be annoyed if they like that. To me, will be an oversight if somebody does allow it. They'll be like, "No, it counts because but it's clearly on top." You know what I mean?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
that one was someone brought that up before, and that was already shown that that leader does not have a back, even though the original leader's underneath it. It has nothing to do with that leader.
So
Well-
hit just wins, right? The card goes face down, and then you have the leader. Game's over. Cool. All right.
There you go. Perfect.
If only. Okay. So I think it's just the yellow Broly. I don't know many other cards that say target like card.
There is
right?
other cards. They do. I know there's other cards that exist. I just don't remember what. I know they exist. I
That'll
just
be
don't-
the decider for Nats, who comes up with the weirdest things ever. For
I'm on it.
Eh. But yeah, as for rulings, those are the two that people were going back and
Here it
forth.
is.
Oh, found the card.
Yeah, no, the black Broly places a battle card.
Oh,
Yeah, it doesn't do anything special. It's just a 2 energy, and then it's just a 1-turn double strike 30k for 2 energy, and then
You can play out the 8-drop Infinite Sand Rare, which is cool because like that was just used as the pitch to find your field, right? So now you can actually play it, go into the 7-drop, and do something with that Black Broly deck. Will it matter? Probably not, but at least someone will
kill
play
it. Well, no, here what you do with the Black Broly, because that green Broly SCR got the deck already crits its own life down. You put yourself to 1, then play the Broly SCR because you're gonna kill your own stuff anyways. Like, oh yeah, your opponent discard your hand, and then they're like, okay, counterplay with Dirty Verse and win.
Man, wouldn't it be just ironic if Bandai comes out and says, "Yeah, Dirty Burst is going to be restricted to 1"? I think I would quit the game at that point.
Why? I was gonna say it's just like, okay, well,
Be okay with it.
It's like
Yeah.
the only answer to the oppressive bullshit.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's just like, my God, it's
Yeah.
just like you're just leaving
I
us in
mean,
the wind.
I'm fine with 2 energy. I just wish they would have, like, it's weird because you know the ban list is going to be anti-red, right? Like 50%, 60% of the meta, like, has been people having fun and playing new decks, and they're going to be like, "Hey guys, you know what the real problem here is? All these people who lost, you're the bad guys." And then like SS3 is going to be sitting there with his dirty burst, being like, "What's up, guys? Like, this is fine." Like there'll be no effect at all on him, and that's what annoys me. Is because I purposely haven't been playing this quarter because I always get my crap banned right before Nats. So this year, like, I'm playing Flesh and Blood this quarter just so that way I don't have to worry about the ban list. And even without me playing, somebody's still getting my red stuff banned. Like, this is some crap. And they're not even playing the best lists. Like, these sin lists are such crap, and it's like, really, come on, guys. If you're gonna get it banned, like, do better.
There's a number of us over here in Arizona who have a bet going that SS3 is going to get on the ban list this rotation, on top of all the red stuff.
Love that.
So?
Because Bandai has a tendency to ban all of their reboot leaders years after they've come out, or at least nerf them so they can't be played like Soul Striker.
Hey, it'll be the second. It'll be the second officially banned reboot leader. You got a leader that's been banned twice. You got Mecha already, and now you get SS3 getting banned twice.
Gohan got banned already.
Gohan only got banned once though. The first leader just sucks so fucking bad they didn't even ban it.
No,
Gohan technically got banned twice.
Okay, sorry, I got banned from Okay, I'm talking about two separate cards here.
Hey,
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Two bans on the same card.
I'm still waiting for the third Mecha Frieza leader so we can see it get banned a third time.
I just think the original
I do miss that. Like, I wish we had a best of one ban list and we had a regular ban list, because some cards like Mercenary Tau, bring that baby back. Like, that should not be on the ban list for best of one. You want to play toxic, terrible things, and like, I can't just run four Deborah's main in most of my decks, like for best of one. And like, that's how that person won, right? They're just to be like, haha, like, I play discard effects. You don't have anything to stop it. I run hot, I win your game. But like, it doesn't really interact with your opponent. It'd be nice if we had like tools to stop. Like, what was the TN card? The blue one that would like stop would shut down your opponent. Man, I want that in best of one. Like, I want that bad. Like, I have to pay one energy in the blue. Like, sure. Like, I'll do that all day.
The black TN from set 6? The TN and Tau cards got banned? I remember those.
That's a best of one card. Because if I devote, like, let's say I devote 3 slots to my best of one deck with no sideboard to that, I deserve that powerful effect to be like, hey, blue, no, you're not untapping.
The thing with that is, why are we still playing best of one without pre-side? Because it's already been established that we've had the ability to do pre-side best of one, which has just been infinitely better than just going in blind. I don't know why tournaments are still doing it without pre-side. I understand online or whatever you want to there's time restrictions. Best of one is like the easiest way to do it. Pre-side takes a minute. Like, why aren't you doing pre-side? Like, have the cards on your desk, especially if it's online or whatever, and those are your 15 cards.
To be honest, though,
what Rob was just saying, which is just have a different ban list for Bo 1, which I honestly would appreciate. I would like that more than pre-siding, even though I love pre-siding. I think it's I agree with you, man. I think it's like we should have a different ban list for Bo 1 that creates that encourages better deck building and makes it a little less die rolly and a little bit more skill intensive, which is honestly best of one is a legit format. It just
and there's like other games are doing it, and like, don't get me wrong, I never want to use Universe or however to say it as an example, but like, they even started making their cards have 2 separate abilities. Like, they have a Jiro ability, or Jiro, I don't know how to say her name, the chick with the headphones from My Hero, but it would normally let you have like secret info to look at your opponent's deck. But obviously you can't do that online, right? So they made it different where now it's not secret. Both players get to know how you organize the top just for online. Like, I'd like to see stuff like that, because online play is already terrible. Like, the last time I played in one was U7? And like, what's in your drop? It doesn't matter. They're all available. Like, what do you want? Like, come on. There's 30 cards in there.
Someone really pulled that on you?
No, it'd be every match. Every single match. Like, you have everyone being like, oh, how many super combos are gone? 2. All right, how many of this? And you're just like, come on, man. Like, you can't, you're playing a different game now, like, but like, it doesn't go very quickly. That's why I can see why they haven't given us best of one. Like, those events took a while. Like, siding wasn't 2 minutes. Siding was like 5 minutes, Players took a while. Then they all wanted the table shuffle, and next thing you know, you're like 7 minutes in and you haven't even began game 1,
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm trying to remember. Gen Con was best of one, wasn't it? When we were there?
Yes.
Wasn't it?
I think no.
Yeah.
It
was. That one confused me. Like, why was our in-person best of one, though? I feel like in-person should be best of 3.
Top cut was still best of 3 though, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's what they've been doing for regionals now, is that you play best of 1, and then for you have to do best of 3 for the top cut. Like, and it kind of
There
makes
was no
it.
top cut. Remember, we had no top cut.
Yeah, well,
For Gen-
top 4 played out. That's top cut now.
It
Mm.
depends on size. How many
Yeah.
people show up?
Have they announced if we're top 32 or top 16 again, or is it dependent on players? Do we know anything like that?
The players.
Because it's not looking like it's going to be a lot of players. I mean, in comparison of how many people are switching to One Piece, holy crap, man! Did you guys see the signups for that game? Sorry, not to derail us, but 1,500 people for the event the same weekend as their fest event. Yeah, I'm in the same boat.
Holy smokes!
I don't think we've ever had 1,500 people sign up for an event, like in the history of our game.
Nope.
Great. Well,
Dude.
it goes to what I was talking about the last time I was on here, which is the shitty price support from Bandai. That just continues to get worse and worse every single time.
The price support for that event, though, it's terrible. It's a deck box,
serialized,
some
right?
sleeves. No. A deck box, like a little deck box, some sleeves, one of the 2022 promo packs, and that's it.
For
That's for entry.
for
And then if you hit top 32, you get 3 more of the 2022 packs. The only people that are making out in that whole event are first and second.
so just like Fest.
It's terrible.
Yeah, like I got 4th at Fest, and luckily we got the same pricing for Gen Con, but Rios didn't want to split, and so I got 4th, and they were like, "Cool, you get no prize," because Bandai made only top 3. So like, first got a silver and a gold, and I was like, "Cool." So what do I get for getting like one more win? They're like, "Nope, nothing." And it's just like awesome. Like I still made crazy bank. It was a good event, but yeah, I mean Yes, the problem is the differences between the games. Like, did you guys see the Digimon version of their Fest cards?
No.
Like, they just were better all around. Like, everything about it was like it was different, like foiling, art. Like, I think even the art was different. Like, it wasn't just a stamp. Like, and for us, they were like, hey, here's the same stuff. Like,
Some cards had different art.
what, for Fest? We only had one.
Yeah.
Go Tank.
No,
Go
Bojack had different art.
Oh, the Vegeta Bojack one, yeah, that did, or Bojack, yeah.
Yeah, the Bojack
Okay.
Dual Attacker had different
I
art.
prefer the one with Vegeta's face getting smashed, but
I didn't even notice that was different. I apologize. 2 of the cards out of 35 were different. You have
Point stands.
correct.
Your point stands there.
Yes,
I mean,
absolutely.
I think you guys are on the point though. Like, I just don't know how we if they're not gonna try, for Dragon Ball, because it's very much flipped that Dragon Ball is not a competitive, like a casual game anymore. Like all the stuff you guys are talking about, think about how like high level these rulings are. Like, oh hey, this restriction on your leader doesn't apply in these situations, but this still applies. And then now we have we have a Zenkai zone, we have all this stuff. Like, you can't get a casual into this game. So now that we are going to be a competitive game, you really got to up it. You got to be like, I don't know, we almost need like a pro tour, for lack of a better term. Like something where you're having events every few months, something exciting, where you can get something really cool. But yeah,
last time a Grand Prix, right? Something like that.
Pre-pandemic, that's what they looked like they were heading towards with with the app having points, and they were saying they were gonna apply those points towards rewards and stuff, and then
they give us a nice shitty app.
Yeah, I mean everything looked really good going into this year, and then this year just really flopped in comparison to the previous year, which is ironic because the previous year we had all these restrictions with COVID and everything like that. Events couldn't be held. It took a while. Nats wasn't even sure if it was going to happen, and then all of a sudden, but it was a great year. Honestly, like 2021 was really, really good for the game, with all of its issues in the real world, and then 2022 was like, okay, we finally have a regular year and a regular circuit, and they just dogged on it. I don't understand what happened.
Too late to announce things, weird locations, timing.
Well, it's part of the problem too. Is they're hitting their quotas because of the God Rare. So I'm really curious to see how next set works, because next set's what, superhero based on the art we're seeing. Like, so it'll be superhero. That's cool and all, but how many people are going to go really deep into it? Like, I mean, if we get a really cool Beast Gohan, sure, fine. We all are going to go deeper than we should, but probably not that deep. You know, like this could be their first set in a while that doesn't sell out. Like, because Ultimate Squad didn't sell out until they redid the movie promos, right? Like those movie promos helped them move it really easily. So maybe that's what we need. Like,
But the thing too is like Vermilion was like the wild one, right? And this is technically like this format's Vermilion. So
yeah, that's true. So like if we like everyone just buys it up. I know I got cut at distributor, so I'm still looking for sets. I have 70 something anniversary boxes and 0 of the set 2. They're not meeting the quota, so it's I don't know. To me, it just worries me because Bandai, they're never going to learn until it's too late, right? Like
Right.
I'm actually like very worried about nationals. Like no one I know is excited or talking about it, and it's like we got 2 months. Like we have less than 2 months now. Like, if you remember this time last year, we were all testing, we were all excited about it, and it's been really hard to convince anybody to really do solid testing. They're like, I'll wait till the reveals of the next set's done, but otherwise I'll just play Pan, I'll just play my generic blue deck. Like it doesn't really matter, you know? Like it doesn't feel exciting for the end of the year.
Agreed. And the pricing does not help. The pricing looks really awful. I know that some people were really hyped about it, but I'm like, this feels considerably worse than last year's pricing, even though it's more or less on par, although top 16 gets less because you get less liters, right? It's like 3 liters instead of the 10 or whatever. But like the pricing is just very subpar. It's the same shitty SRs. We're getting a Zenkai pack that everyone already owns, and it's the same arts. And I don't know.
There's not new packs for Nats, or is he talking about Fest or the whatever we're calling Fest 2.0?
We're getting the Zenkai SR packs. It's like the 3 or the 2 SRs that we currently have, plus a couple of new ones from the next set, and then like I don't know. It's just a bunch of Z cards basically. It's like 6 in a pack, and then but you don't get all 6. You get 1 per pack, if I'm not mistaken, and then you get a bunch of packs. So you won't even get a whole set, is my understanding. And then there's like the 18 card pack that has like all the really good reprints, like Broly Crown and Resolve Renewed and the Gohan Unison, the Yellow Gohan Unison, the Empower Unison, things like that. You know, like the good stuff pack. I think that's like 3 cards in a pack. So again, it's random.
That's not a lot. Like I mean, like we didn't get very much with the gold. Like I think gold packs were selling for like $30 at nationals. Like I mean, I know money is not the point of it all. It just makes it hard. Like I bought a Flesh and Blood invite. Like, my buddy had one, so he's like, "Hey, just pay for my flight, and you know we're good." And I was like, "Okay, cool," because he had a spare invite. And like their event is something like if I get first, which I'm not going to get, but it's like $5,000. I mean, $50,000 or something insane, you know. And then you also get the same level of like gold cards and all this stuff. And I get that Dragon Ball can't do cash, but like they can do so many things. Like you'd think figure arts. That's always the thing that blows my mind. Because figure arts got to cost them pennies at Bandai, right?
Right.
Those have a $70 price tag a piece. You could just give people like something really cool figure art. How badass would that be? Like Dragon Ball card game figure arts. I don't know.
Look at that.
To the background. Oh my god.
Right?
That's a car. That is a car payment. No, that's a whole car. That is a whole car in figure art.
Yeah, I know. It's a terrible addiction, but you're absolutely right. Like, why don't they just team up with figure arts? They already have contracts with them anyways, and do something really cool and exclusive, right? That'd be really awesome. And it would be a good way to pull people into their game from outside of their game. And as for the packs, like I still have a couple from last year, right? These were all inclusive. You get everything for the pack in one sealed pack. Now it's like it's like opening TPs. It's random, based out of a pool of cards that you can collect. So like the Nats cards are like, you're not going to get everything. And
yeah, I don't mind that, but it's more of just like what we're talking about. It's not very exciting. Like, luckily, it's at a very nice location. It's fun, but I kind of did what I think you guys talked about. Play people should do is once you get your Nats invite, like which is what I did at Origins. Like, hey, cool, I won, but I still don't have a Nats invite as far as the Excel sheet says. But like, like savage, no buy for me. But after that point, like I kind of just stopped playing, and I kind of wonder if that's what Dragon Ball becomes like. Just hey, get your invite, just chill for the whole year. Don't worry about buying any decks, and then right before Nationals, just re-up on Untap.
It's frustrating.
I love the game too much to do that.
You're right.
It's too much fun. The game's just too much fun. I can't resist.
Is it still as much fun for you with all these Zenkai? Like for me, I feel like it's really. See, I feel like I'm having less fun because I feel like I'm not seeing the random. What?
You play red.
True, but I'm saying
Red has the best matchup against the best red decks.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I've been playing everything. The reason I have fun is like I'm always like I think I've shown you guys before. Like I literally have like 50 decks built. Every day I'm building a new deck. I'm trying new stuff. I'm playing something random. I literally go to sleep. I wake up. Oh, that's a fun idea. Let's just try this really bad idea. Why not? Oh, let's do set 3 yellow bark. Why not? Let's just fucking do it. I just build and have fun with it. I don't care. I win, I lose. Just go in, see what works, see what doesn't. Fun. If I have fun with it, I keep playing. If I don't, I throw it in the trash. I've literally thrown vengeance in the trash.
For Dragon Ball, we'll have you do all the hype videos.
Well, that's one thing they need marketing. Like that whole thing with the figure is that you're saying, that's another good cross promotional thing. Like that's just what this game doesn't have, and that idea is like super cool. Like imagine that just going top 3, just like these figures, like how they had the the mats or whatever with like the Goku holding the 1-star ball for first place, just like a figure like that. Like people would go nuts.
I mean, technically they've had it before. I don't know if you remember, there was the Bulma on her motorcycle.
Yeah.
Where they came out with the figurine, and not only that, on the card it actually points towards the figure art emblem on it. So like there's some like cross promotion.
So they've already done it.
Yeah.
Why not put it into pricing?
Well, I mean, Dokkan did it for the. I mean, I know they're all different, but they did it for the. They're doing the new game that it's actually fun, whatever the hell you call it, where you run around and get to kill.
Oh, you're talking about
Breakers?
The Dead by Daylight clone. It looks like he he lagged
out. Yeah, Breakers. No, they did a beta, and if you played in the beta and you had your account linked to Dokkan, you got free gems and money.
No, that's dope.
Yep.
So I mean, like, they clearly are aware that it exists, but it's just, I don't know, man.
Sounds like Bandai needs to hire TDP to redesign their tournament structure and save their game. Because I'm hearing good ideas out here that could definitely be cost efficient and help the player base. You're right. It's just a lack of wanting to play. It's a lack of excitement, and it's frustrating to have that lack of excitement a month, 2 months out from Nats. I remember, you're right. Last year I was like, we're testing in this room right over here, like 8 guys in a room, sweating it out, slugging games, just like figuring out what the best deck was. And one of them went second, right? It's just not happening right now. It's just, there's no incentive to play, which sucks. So, I hate to be a Debbie Downer.
I think not having a ban list to like presidents, but they were right in a way because the meta's fucking, it shifted. Like they were right about the meta being complete. It was gonna change drastically.
Yeah, it didn't really matter because you're right. Because what we would have said the ban, like we would have been like ban Frieza riposte, and I haven't seen yellow. I haven't seen a yellow resolve riposte.
Riposte feels so bad.
It does. It would have been ban cooler and ban yellow cards, right? And then that wouldn't have solved anything. Good point, right? The ban list was.
That's so sad. You're totally right. It would have just been cooler and riposte, and maybe Bean. Maybe Bean.
Bean could still use a limit at least, or like a not a limit to one, but a limit one on the card. So you can only play once per turn. I'd be okay with that. Be a good fix to that obnoxious deck card. But yeah. So.
I feel like another thing too, though, is like the fact that yet again, like last year, a set is literally dropping like week two. Well, I guess last year was like literally the weekend up.
The weekend.
Even worse.
It was the release day was that.
That's
Friday.
ridiculous. That's ridiculous already. But even then, like having a set that just comes out, whether it's the day of or even a week or two before, like your world, like your nationals or your world finals or whatever, like that's not really normal in most competitive games overall. Like that's not something you normally do in general. Like you usually exempt that specific set or you push it till after the events are done.
Yeah, I think we're having pre-order on ours. Like I think pre-order is what they're doing for us, right? Like pre-order is the 11th. So as of now, the next set drops in 30 days, which is 2 weeks after anniversary drops.
That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
People still haven't figured out this current meta. Like, that's wild.
No, it's just a lot. Yeah, back to back. I guess they obviously want to get as many Zenkai, like Z battle card Z leaders out there and stuff, just so we have a limited card pool, the card pool with that, and obviously the anniversary box is going to top up those numbers, and then now with the new stuff, whatever the hell we're going to get, the whole movie set, but it's just still it's back to back, and then it's just like, where the hell are we going with this? What's going to be good? What's going to suck? Like with Nats prep, like no one, like what the hell are you gonna test for? Sin, Gogeta is the first two things that come to your head, right? But it's just like, what the hell?
If they're still around,
if they're still around, that's another thing too. If
we were all testing to play against Trunks-Cheetah this meta, and then Trunks-Cheetah just disappeared because the red just came in and said no thanks. We're tired of yellow, right? So who knows? Like, because I have a strong feeling that blue and the blue yellow combination are going to be really good because they're gonna power creep blue because that's what the color Gohan is in, right? This upcoming set, right? We have a new Gohan leader, so I would be shocked if they're flagship. What's that?
Do we know what he does? I saw people showing the images at the event, but I don't know if they did give us anything to go with it or no.
The leader, no. The SPR, the Gohan Piccolo SPR, like what comes out like 3 energies, a dual attacker, ignoring barrier, KO something.
One energy.
Oh, it's one energy.
One energy. No protection.
Reflex.
Yeah, no protection. It's dual attack limit 1. So it's the first. I think it's the first time limit 1's ever been put to dual attack. So you can have as many as you want out, but you're only getting one that's dual attack, and it's got some like bottom decking or some kind of effect when you have 5 or more Z energy or 2 Z battle cards. So it looks cool. It looks cool, and it's got potential. But hopefully, it's not yellow Piccolo, but slotted into blue Gohan. So hopefully, it's an actual deck. Because obviously everyone's super hyped. I don't know if it's just gonna be Gohan Beast Z leader, which that's my assumption, is they're probably just gonna do like Glasses Gohan on one side and then like Mystic or Ultimate Gohan on the other, and then into the Z leader Beast. But I'm not sure.
However, one thing that does spring to mind though is like traditionally, like blue does struggle against hand control, right? And if they for some reason hit like SS4 or they hit Sin, either the new blue decks that come up have to have insane draw power, or the green decks that pop up because it's green Broly BR, which is that's an old one, but it still has some pretty cool stuff. Or the green Gogeta BR, so who knows what the heck they're gonna do with that one. They always fail with Gogeta BR. But like realistically, if they don't give the blue stuff a lot of draw power or the blue yellow enough draw power, there is a world where green could actually just pop up out of nowhere and start like destroying them. Like, and like not only just like mono green, blue green, like we just saw, like how Jared did. Was it San Diego? Like his list was crazy. I was looking at it. I'm like, hold on a second. So you're gonna play multiple of these Friezas, and I'm gonna swing once to my Zamasu, and if they're not clearing out my board, I'm gonna make it discard like 5 cards a turn. Okay, sure, why not? Like,
Yeah, ditch 4Z energy.
yeah, I mean, why not?
That deck builds it quick though, but yeah, still,
Right?
it's stuff like that where it's just like, what the hell what possibly can they bring to this, and is it gonna shake everything up completely? Because like we said, the spot SS3's in right now, it's just like, sure, buddy, play your red deck, see what happens.
Yeah, I love it. That's why I play it. It's so good.
But SS3 hard loses to hand control. Like, it hard loses. Like, it's not even playable. How bad it loses to early hand control. Not
Yeah.
late game, but like early game hand
Yeah,
control.
What SS3?
Early game, well, because you gotta
Yeah.
bottom deck the one from your
Right,
hand.
Because you
good-
got
I
like a card hand.
I got a quick story, and then I gotta go. So this will put a smile on your face on why SS3 needs to be banned. I was playing the other night against the Gamma player, with my SS3 deck. He's gonna hate me for telling this story if he watches this video, but whatever. He's a good player. He played everything right. He did not let me he left me at 6 life, and I just refused to ramp again. Right, so I just sat at 6 life the entire game, and I killed him on my front side of my leader. By the way, with SS3 drawing 1 card a turn. So if we think that deck isn't powerful, we're wrong.
Oh, the deck's strong.
I
I never said it wasn't strong.
He's like I'm not gonna swing. I had no hand every turn. I was just top decking, and I just play what I had, and then I just say pass, maybe with a card in my hand because my leader wasn't drawing and I didn't have a boo, so it's just like I'm fucked. And then I just played the game out, and eventually I just came back and killed him on my front side. It was a great monumental moment of like the pinnacle of perfection of that deck. Anyway, so I gotta head out. Sorry guys, but it was good chatting with you.
Yeah.
See ya.
Oh, good. See you later. We will wrap this up soon anyway. But I think we got through most of the stuff that we wanted to get through. That was definitely a good state. More like, sure, we got a little state of the meta, but state of just the card game in general. Like between the prizing and all that and a couple of decks here and there. But was there any final kind of thoughts on that?
I don't know. Just have fun with the game, That's all. Like, it doesn't matter what sets come out, don't come out.
So one thing I've been doing was I'm not playing the meta decks at all. Like I've been trying to figure out how to beat them and failing hard. But the 2 decks that are really 3 decks are Gogeta, SS3, and
Sin.
Sin. They feel real strong. Just those are the ones that you should test without siding and with siding. That's the only advice I'd give. Like try to figure out sideboards. It's stick to a deck, figure out your sideboard, and that's it. Just test.
I think that's a fucking... That's the truth. That's literally what it is. And then just with his anniversary box, definitely Vegeto's going to be on the horizon for that. You're going to see a lot of Vegeto because 1, fan favorite, and 2, Z leader's cracked. On that note, I don't know, Brier, you want to get us out with the good old Game 3?
The sponsor stuff? Sure. I mean, as always, I think if you've stayed this long, please do make sure to check out our sponsor, Game 3. Also, obviously, do check out the Deck Planet website. Also, do check the TCGPlayer link we have there. Also, make sure to check out Robert's videos at Ginger Fusion. His YouTube channel is fantastic. This guy's got some god tier videos, and he also has the What's Not, that app as well. Please do make sure to check his stuff out. This guy works really hard at what he does.
On that note, fun fact, if you guys are going to Super Players, or Super Saiyan, sorry, screw up their name, I'll be doing a little event with some of the voice actors. So we will be streaming there and then just having some good fun food, and then I'll be doing some games like it was Whatnot in real life. So if you want to come out, and hopefully we'll be recruiting some people for the card game. So
sounds perfect. We'll end it right there.